You all, I am just sitting here thinking about how to start this video, and I can't think of anything funny to start this video. So, let's get into it. Take 95. What's good, peacemakers? Welcome back to another episode of the Piece4PeaceCrafting Podcast. I'm Michael, and this is my crafty corner of the YouTube universe. If you would like to find me on other social media, you can do so by following me over on Instagram as Piece4PeaceCrafting or on Ravelry as Piece4PeaceCraft. And if you like music, there's a playlist that goes along with this silly little podcast over on Spotify, and that is the Piece4PeaceCrafting Podcast playlist. You gotta type in all those words. I think you even have to type in playlist. If you have trouble finding it, reach out to me over on Instagram, and I will be more than happy to send you the link to said playlist. How's everyone doing? I, personally, am good, but I'm tired. I'm coming to you on Monday, the 4th. 1, 2, 3, yeah. Coming to you Monday, November 4th. And I'm tired. Not from like anything. Just like, you know what it's from? Oh, that's how I should have started the video. I'm so silly. I saw this meme that was like, did we do it? Did we save daylight? Because I know that in the fall, for some of us, it is the fall back. But I'm still kind of shook. Like, my body just doesn't know what to do. Even though it's an extra hour, like, it's not cute getting up an extra hour earlier because your body's used to getting up at whatever. Anyway. It's truly like so trivial. Anywho, other than sorry, I clapped very close to the microphone. Other than that, you all, it is. Let me tell you what's happening in my house right now. I shouldn't have my hat that far back. I have radiator heat, right? So like I don't get to control it, which like fine, I don't care. I love opening up a window when it's really cold with the radiators on, getting that fresh air. Like that's what you're supposed to do. I think that's how they were designed, but the temperature here in Chicago has been so wild that, excuse me, the radiators are on and it's hot. And then today, our boiler or whatever just got like fixed, and they're like trying to tweak it to make sure that like none of us are scorching. Anyway, so it's hot in my apartment. Then it's 71 degrees outside and it's raining. And so it's like, well, it rained. So it's just like, it's hot outside and muggy and it's hot in here and the windows are open and I have a fan on and it's just like, ugh, I'm just sticky. It's a lot of this. Anywho, I hope everyone else is doing well. I today am wearing my Siege hat again. This is by Tanis Lovely. This is made out of plucky knitter. Can I clear my throat one more time? Okay, this is made out of Plucky Knitter yarn. I don't remember the colorway. The thing is in a bag somewhere because I'm going to make gloves out of the rest. I know I just complained that it was hot, but I like wearing a hat. All right, you all. So there's kind of a lot to talk about today, but not really. So famous last words. I don't think this episode is going to be very long. It's going to end up being 4 hours. But I did want to go through and do some things. I'm not clapping because the last time I clapped right in front of the microphone. So in the last episode, I talked to you guys about how I never heard back from the folks who, like, it might be like 3 videos now. 1, a bunch of yarn. So I pulled some new names in hopes that these people will get back to me. And then friends, if you're not in the US, let me know and we can like work something out, because like I work at a nonprofit. I can't be sending things overseas because I ain't got money like that. I could probably sell half of the things that are behind me and then ship it to you, but like I'm not gonna do that. All right, so I wrote some new friends' names down and I'm just gonna hold them up and say, hey, you're the new winner. And what you're gonna do as the new winner is you're gonna reach out to me either on Instagram, or you can shoot me an email at piece4peacecrafting@gmail.com. That's piece, like a piece of paper, the number 4, pieces in world peace, crafting@gmail.com. Piece of paper for world peace, crafting@gmail.com. Or over on Instagram, just Piece4PeaceCrafting. Either way, hit me up so I can get this stuff out of my house. All right. The first thing, one of the balls just fell out. It won't fall out when I package it and send it to you. So this is for the Cascade. Remember, it was like all this beautiful, stunning Cascade yarn. Gorgeous. That's gonna go to my friend whose YouTube handle for the comment was one of Creators Creations East M 8462. That's one of Creators Creations or Creation East M 8462. You're getting that Cascade, so reach out to me. Maybe I'll try to put the name here. I'll probably forget, so I hope you heard that. Next up, we have the winner of this Fiber Natura yarn. So pretty. And that's gonna go to Eeyore, like EEYORE 3405. Eeyore 3405. You're now the winner of this. Hit me up. And lastly, we have all of this. I don't remember what it's called, but it's Italian yarn. And that is going to go to Found Fiber, which honestly, that's what this is. Found Fiber. You're getting this bag, this Italian yarn. It's like 20, 50 gram skeins or something. Hit me up, you all. Let me send you things, please. Okay? We love that. Now, with that being said, in the last episode, I said this is my podiversary episode, which meant that we are now in year 5. We're 5 years old. We want snacks. We want milk. I don't want milk. We want some sort of fresh squeezed juice because we're bougie like that. And so now I want to give away some other things. So here's what we're going to do. I have more yarn to give away, you all, because that friend of a friend who's now my friend, so much stuff. So first up, there are 5 skeins of this Willow Yarns Daily. It's a DK weight. It is 284 yards of DK weight. Yeah. It's 100% superwash merino, and this is in the color... Wait, I just saw it. It's in the color Boysenberry Heather. So this is really dark purple. So in the comments, if you want 5 skeins of this, just say boysenberry. It's giving very much snozberry. Whoever heard of a snozberry? Say boysenberry. And these 5 skeins could be yours. Would love to send them to you. And then I'm also going to do, because Podiversary, we're entering a new era. Let's just give all the things away. I also have some Willow Yarns Daily. It's DK weight. Same thing, 284 yards. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 10 of these. And this is in the color Acai Berry. So just leave a comment with Acai Berry, and then the next episode I will, it's so pretty, I will pull, and then these 10 can be yours. Then, you all, just so much fun. We're gonna do like a random thing, because I have something, a couple skeins I can give away, but I know where they are, but I didn't know where they were before I started filming. And so it doesn't matter because it's going to be a surprise for you. But while I was away at for the festivities in Rhinebeck, and I was at Indie Untangled, remember how I was telling you all that I went to the Beautiful Sister booth? I'm always going to go to their booth. They have such amazing bags. I'm so happy to just like kind of be friends with them now, and just like I love going to their booth. I love just like if I'm in their booth chatting with them and other people are coming up and they're unsure, I love just like trying to get people to buy their stuff because I think that they're great bags. And so if you ever buy a bag from them, tell them that like you heard of them through me, just because that's fun for them and me. Or if you're on Instagram and you're like, oh my gosh, I bought this bag, like tag me. I want to see which one you got because their stuff is so good. Anyway, while I was there, they were like, pick out a bag. Let's do a giveaway. And so we are going to give away this beautiful, I believe this is the Hillary bag. It's got mushrooms and gnomes on it. How cute is that? These bags are great. I'm just going to open it up so I can show you a little bit. Actually, mine's not over here. Anyway, this opens up. You can put it around your arm, knit, crochet, do the thing. You can tuck this in so that it makes an open bowl, or you can tip it to the side. And then when you close it, you just tuck this little folded part in. And then these 2 flaps come up and you twist them, whoosh, close it. It's like a little, I think, what are those called? Bento box? Anywho. So for this and the surprise, you're just going to put in the comments gnomes and mushrooms. Gnomes and mushrooms. And then this bag and then this other little surprise thing of yarn is going to be yours as well. So I have the boysenberry, the acai berry, and gnomes and mushrooms. Those are up for grabs this episode. Okay. As my face melts off, that's going to be all of that for that. All right. This episode, I have no FOs because you all, first of all, it's only been a week, which is crazy. That's crazy. That a week ago, I came to you all, I did my little recap talking about what I did at Rhinebeck, or for that weekend in New York, a haul. I'd finished a couple things. So I have nothing to show now because it's been a week. It's literally been like 7 days. And so I guess I could have hauled butt and finished something, but like, I do what I want. Also, if we're being realistic, we, as people who are choosing, like literally choosing to put ourselves on the internet, like we can't always be like, here's something that's done. Like, I wish I worked like that, but like I can't. So today we're just gonna do a day of FOs. Ooh, are you excited? I'm excited. I'm also getting notifications because guess who didn't put their phone on Do Not Disturb? All right, so where should we start? I have one, where's that bag? Oh, 2, 3, Oh, shucks. And, okay, I have 3, pretend you didn't see that. 3 works in progress, 2 things that, like, as soon as I stop recording, well, one of them is going to be cast on for tomorrow. A cast on, spin on, we'll talk about it in a minute. That I'm going to start working on. So let's start here. All right, you all. So something fun that I've been working on is where was this? When did I get this? I bought this at, I don't remember. Maybe it was Knit City, Montreal. Or it was Rhinebeck last year. I can't remember, honestly. Anywho, I bought this kit from Felted Sky. And it is, it's a needle felting kit. It's coloring with wool. So basically it's like a paint by numbers, but for needle felting, which I thought was really dope. I am artistic, but like drawing is like not my jam. But like I want it to be. And so I saw these kits and I thought this was really cool. I saw the owners like working on something when we passed, which I do remember when we passed the booth. And so I just thought this was really neat. It comes literally with everything you need in here. So it has needles, it has the embroidery hoop for when you're done making your project. It comes, so here's some of the wool that I'm using right now. It comes with, you know, different colors of wool. Whoa, are these the same? No, one's a little bit darker. It comes with the needles, if I didn't say that. Here's the embroidery hoop. It comes with a piece of fabric to lay over the back of your piece once you're done felting it. And so, I'm not very far. Literally, so like at work, sometimes, because the department that I work in is like very self-sufficient, and so sometimes like our kids will have performances and like the laundry has to be done from that because like who's gonna wash the costumes? It's gonna be me. that wasn't an NSYNC reference. It's just like it is gonna be me. And yeah, so like there was a day that I went into work and like that's all I was doing for most of the day was just like doing laundry and like waiting for it to be done. So I brought this in, and I was like, oh, I'll just try to like do a little needle felting while I'm waiting for like these clothes to be done. And so, which maybe, oh, if I hold it here, you can tell. So like don't do that. These light green parts I have already gone over. Well, except for this one. I've only done a couple there. But you can see, like, this is where I started. Personally, I think these look a little bit janky. It got better down here. And then this one is a little bit better too. And so what I like about this is you're getting the printed image. And then all you have to do, it comes with great directions, honestly. All you have to do is go off of the, what is that called? Legend or key up top. And it tells you what colors they are. And then you just felt the corresponding color on top of it. What's really cool, it's like way more wool than you actually need. Like, I have all of this. And like, it's just for the like veins of the monstera. And so, yeah, I'm gonna have a lot left over, which in the future, I think I have an idea for a project I would like to do, but that's like way in the future, and we can talk about that when I'm done talking about this. So I'm really excited about this. I'm having so much fun doing it. You know, you have to do like 3 passes so it gets like a thicker texture to it. And I'm loving it. So I'm hoping that once this is done, also I'm not like in a rush to finish this. I'm hoping that once this is done, I will put it in its hoop and like finish it, so it looks really nice. And I just want to put it in my bathroom. Like, I like plants. If you've been here for a while, you know that. I need to actually get some new plants because some of mine didn't survive the move. It's a different environment. It's like not as much sunlight as they were used to. Like, if I have videos on here, oh my gosh, my water bottle's gonna fall. Where like I'm in my sunroom in my old apartment, and it was a sunroom, so it was just like got so much light, and so some of them, that's where they lived, and they definitely, now being in a place that like either just has east facing windows or just has west facing windows, they're like, this is not giving that sunroom that faced east, north, and west what's going on. Anywho, so I thought this would be fun to do. All that to say, I thought this would be fun to do, to put in my bathroom, to add some greenery in there. Yeah, this has been such a great project. And since I bought those like other tools from Going Gnome while I was at the New York Sheep and Wool Festival this year, I thought this would be a really nice intro into doing some needle felt work before I went in and tackled more of those 3D objects that I'm pretty sure once I do those, I'm gonna take to work and just put them at my desk as like fun little things to have at my desk. But this has been great. I'm really enjoying it. And what I think in my head that I would like to do with the leftover wool, and I have some other leftover wool from other things, is I really want to make a tote bag out of some of like the fabric scraps that I have just from like a couple projects that I've sewed recently. And I thought it would be really cool to do like squares, so sort of like a patchwork type deal, but try to do fun little just like abstract felted things like on that fabric and then make a tote bag out of it. I don't know. That's the idea in my head. We'll see if I ever get to that. That's just like a way in the future dream. We shall see. So that's thing one. Thing two is I've done a little bit of spinning, and I'm actually at the next step of where I need to be for this project. And so this is some fiber that I picked up while I was at Flock this year, and this is from 316 Dye Studio. You all have heard me talk about them before. I really enjoy their stuff. This is gonna be their Corriedale sock set, so it's 100% Corriedale. It was 6 ounces of fiber, and I had a blast spinning this up. I'm obsessed with the colors. I love the way that it's spun up. I'm really hoping that once I chain ply it and then see it all done up, like it will be equally as exciting. But I finished actually like here or here or here or here. It's just, like it is that bright. Do you know what I mean? So this was the main skein. This was 4 ounces, and then this was the 2-ounce mini that went with it. And names Jennifer, who is the dyer, I believe. Yeah, of 316. It's hard to say 316 because in my head I hear Charlie XCX saying 360, like 360, and that makes me want to sing that song. So Julia. Anyway, she reached out and said that she thinks that she finally came up with a name for this set, and it is going to be called 80s Kid. And so you definitely get those fun, bright, neon 80s vibes from this. And so my plan is I've now spun this up, which I gotta say, one of the fun things about being on this spinning journey is I am now starting to see like how much better, I shouldn't say better, how much more consistent, that's the word I want, my spinning has become. I don't know if you can, like if I dipped out, would it focus on that? Probably not. I just want you to see how consistent it is, but I can't. And that's really exciting. So my goal for this is to now chain ply this, and then wash it, obviously, and make a pair of socks out of this because I'm really interested to see what this would look like knit up. And I loved the other socks that I knit up out of my hand spun. I thought those ended up looking really great. And because of the way that I spun this, I'm not really sure what the pattern repeat or like what the color repeat is. And so, yeah, I just want to know, are the socks going to be matching? Will they be two different socks? Yeah, really into that. So this has been really great. And since we're on the topic of spinning, I'll just show what I want to do what I'm going to do next. So I got this fiber from Feederbrook, and I showed it last time, and honestly, it was in this bag, and it was a big jumbled mess. And so one day this past week, I took it out of the bag, found one of the ends, and then I just like tried to wind it up so it looked a little bit more pulled together. Excuse me. And so this is what that looks like. So this is 8 ounces of BFL, and this is from Feederbrook Farm. So this is their little tag. And this, oh, everything's making me sneeze. Maybe not. Maybe yes. Maybe no. This is going to be like a friend spin that I'm going to do with my friend Kevin from Needles at the Ready and our friend Carrie from The Creative Obsession. Kevin and I have the same yarn or same fiber, which is hilarious. And then while we were away, we purchased something for Carrie and sent that off to her. And so we are all going to do a joint spin together. I'm going through puberty, so my voice is cracking. We are going to do a joint spin together. I already know how I'm going to tackle mine. Since it's 8 ounces and it is all just like one solid strand, I'm going to do sort of a snake so that it goes on itself twice. So it's just like 3 sections, and then I'm going to break them at the 2 points where it folds, and I'm just going to spin each one top to bottom to do a 3-ply. There's some beautiful browns and some oranges and a little bit of green in there, but primarily blue. Yeah, this like light bluish color. So I think this is gonna be such an exciting spin, and we're gonna actually start that tomorrow on the 5th of November is our like cast on, spin on day. So we're really excited about that. Yeah, all right, and then the last thing that I have been working on is my mystery knit along. Sorry, it just got really gray outside, and so let me try to futz with the color a little bit. It's gonna rain again. All right, so I gotta say I've been enjoying this project too. You know, I have really embraced my pace. I'm not rushing. I'm just like doing it as I can. The yarn I'm using is Fiber Hustle yarn, and this is on the 80-20 base, so 80 superwash merino, 20% nylon. It's a 4-ply. It's 450 yards for 100 grams, and I'm using the colors Dusty Sage and Gregorian Chant. I'm also using a 25-gram ball of KnitPicks Aloft in the colorway Kanai, which is like my little mohair dare moment. Sorry, I'm just gonna futz with the color one more time. And so here's where I am on that. I've basically completed clues 1 and 2, and I'm ready to start clue 3. So like it's done, y'all. So there's no more like spoiler alerts. Like the show's finished. People have seen it. It's like whatever. Here's where I am. I'm loving it. I think still it's so much fun. So for those that don't know, these little circles and this little connective piece was all clue 1. Actually, and I think this first bubble section was clue 1. And then clue 2 basically was these 2 sections of brioche with 2 more bubble sections. I decided to hold the mohair, so that KnitPicks Aloft, with my second, or my contrast color, for the brioche section, since that was like the mohair dare section. And I do love the way that it darkened up that greenish, that sagey color just a little bit. For those who don't know, the next section is these little triangles that are gonna play along this edge, so right after this. And I think what I'm gonna do for that as well is I'm gonna hold that mohair with those, well, with the dusty sage color for those triangles as well, just to give it a little more depth, or give a little more depth to it. And then once that's complete, go back to the or get to the next clue, and then I'll figure out where I'll hold that why can't I, oh, the mohair, oh my god, like what, how did that word just escape my mind like that? Figure out where I'll hold it again. But I am loving how it just darkens it up a little bit, and it gives, I think the shawl is beautiful for those who like didn't do that, but just adding that little something extra has been really nice to put in there. So that's that. I'm definitely going at my own pace. I'm really enjoying it. I'm excited to start these little triangles. I think little short rows are going to be a lot of fun. There's a ton of ends to weave in, and if I was a better person, I would probably just sew the ones that are not already woven in. I would weave them in now before I start the next section, but we'll see how I feel about doing that. This, it's the only thing that's living in a bag, is living in a beautiful sister bag because I love them. And then that's that. Oh, and then the last thing I have to show is I caked up this, which honestly the color isn't doing it justice, really. It's like I guess it is. It's a very creamy color. It's got some tweedy bits in it, but this is some of Beautiful Sister's naturally dyed yarn, and this is a DK. It's 250 yards. I believe the color is Cloud 9. But I already know that this is getting very blown out. This is going to be, it's right. This is going to be a hat, probably the teeny weeny beanie, most likely. So I'm excited to cast that on really soon too. And that's that, you all. Short, sweet, to the point. Not too much to talk about in this episode. But some exciting things coming very soon. I'm excited to start this spin with friends. I'm excited to do some more work on the needle felting and just like get things done. I really do. Oh, I have a sweater that I want to get back to now. I have a couple more sweaters that I'm like really interested in, or a sweater and a cardigan that I'm really interested in starting. I have a baby blanket that I need to start making for a friend that I'm really excited about. So I do think that, and I spoke about this a little bit in the last episode, that like my creativity is like overflowing right now. And I do think that is in large part to going and being around people who are creative or who are expressing their, let me rewind and rephrase that. Being around people who are expressing their creativity through making wares for themselves. I was thinking about this last night because I was watching, who was I watching? I think it was Madi from Colorado Knitter, and watching her recap. I'm still trying to catch up on people's recaps and then like regular podcasts and like all that thing. She was just talking about how it's so cool to like walk up to people and just be like, oh my gosh, like, what is that pattern? Like, what sweater is that? What are you making? Like, let me look in your bag, all this jazz. And it really got me thinking that like, yeah, it's so cool to be in a space with people if you can, because I know that like it's not possible for everyone to experience that, or like maybe some of us don't have the means to like get to something like a Rhinebeck. Maybe there's something closer to you that would be more accessible. Um, or maybe your accessibility is being here, on YouTube, finding folks that are willing to put themselves on the internet and share what it is they are making. But regardless, no matter what your pathway into this community is, it is so cool that we all have decided that like this thing that is being very creative is also a way for us to like clothe ourselves and like make things that are custom to us and fit us in a certain way that is not store bought. And I just think that that is so dope. Whether it's socks or a shawl or a hat, like you're the one that's making this garment, and you're making it for yourself. You're stitching love into, all of the work that you're doing, and like wrapping yourself in love, and that is really cool. And so just getting to go and having the privilege to go to New York this a couple weeks ago, I do feel like my creative cup is like running over right now, and I want to do and make all of the things, which is really great, especially at this time of year. Granted, I'm not making I'm making things for people in a sense that like I have to make my friends a baby blanket because like duh. But we are in that time of year where like we are celebrating the big four, like back to back to back to back. So Halloween, Thanksgiving here in the States, Christmas, and then New Year's. If you don't have a Thanksgiving, then you're celebrating the big three. And at some point it's going to get cool and it won't be 71 degrees and like people will be inside and just want to be doing their thing and like making. And so like, yeah, that's really dope. And so like, I'm just trying to embrace all of that and like in my head keep up with myself, because there's so many things that I want to cast on right now or like just start. And I need to just tell myself to calm down, which I have been doing, just to calm down and like, when this gets done, then you can start that. Like, it's all good. You don't need to... While I love casting things on, you can chill right now. You don't need to cast on everything. Which I know, like, 5 episodes ago, I was like, let's cast everything on. And, like, low-key, I'm still that way. But I'm just enjoying, like, making the things that I'm making right now and, like, getting excited for, like, what's going to come up once some of these things are done. So that's that. All right, last thing I'm going to leave you all with before I head out is I have a music rec for you all. I was listening to this a couple days ago. It's one of my favorite Stevie Wonder albums. And so I have 2 copies of this. This one is marked up on the sleeve, which is very weird, but I bought it used, so probably some kid. Anyway, my other one doesn't look like this. Regardless, this is Stevie Wonder's Music of My Mind. I'm pretty sure one of my first times doing music recommendations, I showed this album before, but because that playlist got corrupted at some point and then like Spotify had to help me redo it, these songs weren't on there when I went to look this morning to see is this stuff still in there. And so this album's really cool. It's from 1972. Some jams that I really like are Love Having You Around, Superwoman. Oh, that song's so good. And oh my gosh, there's so many. I'm gonna say Girl Blue. So Love Having You Around, Superwoman, Girl Blue are gonna be my choices to put in. I'll put in the podcast. I'll put in the playlist. But I would definitely say if you are a Stevie fan, or maybe you don't know much about him or some of like his earlier stuff, I would totally check out this album, Music of My Mind. It's really great. Good times. And with that, friends, for real this time, I will see you all in 2 weeks. Now that I am back on like my 2-week schedule in the time frame that I'm normally doing it. Yeah. It's November, you guys. This is crazy. Like, It's crazy. So until I see you all again, make sure that you are, yeah, taking time for yourself. Make yourself something cool. If you want to make something for somebody else, do it on your terms, not because people say that you should use your craft to make things for other people. Because that's a thing that I think is very weird. Do it because you want to, not because people are telling you have to. Yeah, go for a walk outside. And until I see you next time, make a piece, spread some peace.